Hi all, and welcome back to Amelia Finance. Today we're going to talk about the interview process. Congratulations, you're looking for a new role, you found the role that you think is a really great fit, now you have an interview for it. What do? If it's a video call, first things first, restart your computer the day of or at least the day before the interview occurs. Make sure that if there's any updates you need to apply, that those have been included. And just before the interview, like in that 15 minutes or so before, make sure you close any extra apps that might ding or make noises during the interview. For me, the day before, I like to make sure that I've laid out anything I'm going to wear for that interview, from a blazer all the way to my shoes. And even if I'm interviewing on a video call, I like to wear my own shoes and I like to stand up. So if my laptop is a little low, so that way it cuts off some of my face, I like to stack some books under it just to give me that lift so that way I can stand and interview directly into it. If I'm interviewing in person, then I like to make sure that I'm leaving a few minutes early so that way I can drive and park. If I need to park somewhere and the parking seems a little tricky, I'd like to review the area around it to understand where I need to park, if I need to bring cash to pay for parking, and allow myself the time to be able to walk in if the elevator is broken and give me that time and space in order to breathe. Now, as your interview starts, either in person or on video, inhale, exhale. And remember, speak clearly, concisely, and even if you feel like you're speaking slowly, you probably have an opportunity to speak a little bit more clearly and concisely. So give yourself a break. As you enter the interview, the first 15 minutes or so will probably be going over your resume and getting to know who you are based off of what the interviewer has learned about you through your resume. But remember, oftentimes they may not have even read your resume. They may be running from many meetings all day and they may be busy with many other important things, but they do value you, and if they're looking for a role to fill, they want to make sure that the time invested in interviewing is well spent. So they are really looking to understand who you are, how you think, why you think that particular way. Remember that many questions that are asked during interviews are not yes or no questions. They're really to understand, how did you think to get to that solution? Why would you do that option A as opposed to option B? What are the benefits? What are the pros and cons? Tell the story. They want to know, where are you located? Where are the locations of your team members? Do you call through video? Do you connect with them in person? They want to know, what are the challenges you encountered? They want to know the good, the bad, what tools that you use. Did you have to learn that tool during the project? Did you learn it after the project? Who brought that idea to use that tool? They want the story. They don't really want the yes or no, we did this or that, but they want the story of how did you make those decisions. Also, be positive. Try to refrain from negative verbiage, negative conversation. Talk about if your project at work or your team at work is challenging and not a very positive environment for you. Talk about how you've learned to overcome that, what you've done to improve the environment. What are you doing to help enhance the culture? Really focus on the good things. Remember, this is a fresh chance. You have a new opportunity to go do something exciting and vibrant and invigorating. What do you bring to the table that will help enhance that team and that company's culture? So talk about how there's different challenges that you're facing in a positive lens. How did you go about improving it? The next 10 minutes or so of an interview will be more detail-oriented. So you'll continue to probe, and now they may give you scenarios where it's neither a yes or no, good or bad, but they really want to go through and understand your thought process. And the first 15 minutes is more focused on who you are, how you came to be, how did you end up being this particular role or holding those types of roles in the past. And how do those roles and those experiences help to create who you are today? And this is more, how will you, and often these scenarios that they provide are common scenarios. How do you prioritize something? How do you decide which thing is more important? Who do you communicate? Why? What are the forms of communication that you like to use? All those questions are going to share and understand and think about, will this person be a good fit on the team? Do they understand how we communicate? Do they know communication styles? Will they think in a way that will bring us a new perspective and really up-level the conversation? Those are the things that people, when they're interviewing you, are looking to understand. Now you're coming into the final 10 minutes or so of your interview. At this point, this is often the opportunity that you have to ask questions about the person interviewing you, the culture, the company, the role. Why is this particular role open? Did someone leave? Do they have a new budget? Are they growing? This is a really powerful time. So this is your time to shine, because not only can you ask insightful, interesting questions, but you can also show active listening skill by listening to someone tell about a challenge they're facing, and you share a challenge that's similar that you solved or you saw a good solution for. This is also important to make sure that you understand if it's the right culture for you. Before you go to the interview, look at the company's news. What type of news articles are being run? Why are people leaving or growing? Or how is the share price? What is it doing? Is it stagnated? Is it growing? Is it fallen? Why has it done those things? So ask some probing questions at that point in time. This is you. As much as you're looking for a new role, you need to make sure you're satisfied and you can invest in them as much as they can invest in you. It's not a one-sided conversation, even though it may feel that way. You are still in the power seat, especially if you got an interview. They want you in most cases, right? And they really are only spending the time if they see enough value in you. If the interview does go a little bit longer than the 30 minutes, maybe it goes 32 minutes, 35, that's usually a very good sign. That means there's a level of engagement with each other. There's a level of excitement and enthusiasm. They really want to understand who you are more. So that's a great time. And then as you start to close out the interview, ask them if it's towards the weekend, like what did they do? And share that vibrancy of what you're going to do. Maybe you're going on vacation to Hawaii. Maybe you are going to a Michelin star restaurant. Maybe you're doing something really special to celebrate an upcoming holiday or an event that's close and dear to your heart. Those are great things to share that are able to set you apart from your potential competitors, to show what you bring to the table, what you value, what type of energy, and what gets you excited about being part of the team. With that, and throughout the interview, always remember, deep breaths, stay calm, talk clearly, and just have fun. The energy of who you are will shine out, and that is what someone is hiring. As much as you can have the experience and you've done things like this that have been similar or the same, they want to know you bring the right energy to the team and that you will encourage people to do their best work. So have a great time. An interview is actually supposed to be a fun process, so enjoy the process, get to know things, learn, meet new people. And with that, thanks for watching Amelia Finance. Best of luck in your interview. Have a great time. Make it work. You can get the job. With that, thanks all. Talk soon. Bye.